that we work so hard to do. But it's just a certain division that needs to be brought to everyone's attention and understanding that, no, this is something that's been going on. And it's just getting to a point where it's like, all right, now enough is enough. I think that's
enough is enough, man. Enough is enough, man. Yeah. Yeah, enough is enough.
the larger conversation that needs to be had that is really above us. And I think that is the part that we really need to get to. So hopefully at All-Star, we can have an opportunity and a conversation because at this time, we something needs to change.
At All-Star, they want to have an opportunity and a conversation. That's what I was alluding to in the beginning. They're going to walk into Caitlin Clark's room.
We can sit back and we can watch what's happening to Caitlin Clark. And they know how they're treating her, why they're treating her that way.
She became a roadshow. And I don't know that, and I don't want to slight anybody in college, but I don't remember saying that in my time. And that's held true. We've wanted a player or a league that can, sort of transcend some of these spaces and have a roadshow. The NBA has had their players that people come to see, right? So when the Wolves sell tickets, there are certain games that they know people are going to come watch certain players. And Caitlin Clark and some of the other rookies give us that. Obviously, Caitlin, being...
Welcome back to the Clark Update. Thanks for joining us today because we've got another major WNBA story that's already creating plenty of discussion across the basketball world. If you're a true Caitlin Clark supporter, stay with us until the end because this latest development could have a huge impact on All-Star Weekend. Before we dive in, drop *CC100 in the comments, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let's get straight into today's story. Reports suggest Cheryl Reeve's latest decision has sparked fresh speculation, while the atmosphere surrounding the All-Star event is becoming more intense than many expected.
Look, man, the WNBA All-Star Draft just been had, man, and these are the teams, man. And for Team Spoon, we have the baby goat, the face of the league, the biggest in the league, one of the best and greatest women's basketball players to ever exist. I'm talking about good from birth, great from birth. Caitlin.
As All-Star Weekend approaches in Chicago, attention has shifted to one important decision: who will wear the captain's badge? Cheryl Reeve is expected to lead one of the All-Star teams, and fans are closely watching every report surrounding her selection. While veteran stars have traditionally received that honor, many believe Caitlin Clark's incredible impact on attendance, television ratings, and fan engagement makes her a serious candidate. With the league celebrating a milestone season, every decision now carries even greater significance.
City Bird Gang! The God Caitlin Clark vaporized the Seattle Storm, dropping 45 points, a 45 and 10 double-double. Let's fucking go, Caitlin Clark. We see all the fucking haters. We see all you bitch-ass clowns switching up on the God Caitlin Clark. We see y'all listening to the narratives, all the bullshit, all the fucking clowns all across the world. Oh, she ain't living up to the hype and dropped 45 points.
The reasoning behind this growing support is easy to understand. Caitlin Clark recently delivered one of the greatest performances the WNBA has ever witnessed, recording 45 points and 10 assists against Seattle while making franchise history. She accomplished those numbers in limited minutes, making the achievement even more impressive. It wasn't simply a hot shooting night. It was another reminder that Clark continues to perform at a level that separates her from nearly everyone else on the court.
They're gonna knock on the door. Caitlin Clark's gonna open the door to her hotel room. She's gonna peek through it, and there's gonna be that, that sliding thing on the door, and all there's gonna be is like the chain. And she's gonna peek through and say, "Oh shit!" She's gonna try to close the door, and then all the players at one time, Brittany Griner, Asia Wilson, they're all gonna just, "Oh, let me in. They're gonna bum rush her. They're gonna bum rush into that room, and they're gonna tie Caitlin Clark up to a chair. They're gonna tell Caitlin Clark, "You're not leaving this room until you come out and you denounce Those pesky fans.
At the same time, reports suggest the atmosphere inside the All-Star gathering could become increasingly tense. Discussions surrounding officiating, player treatment, and recent public comments have fueled intense debate among fans and analysts alike. Some observers believe recent remarks were aimed directly at Clark, while others disagree completely. With both stars expected to share the same locker room during All-Star weekend, every decision and every interaction will be watched more closely than ever.
Look at Angel Wilson barking at the ref. Look how she talking to the ref. Y'all were cool with this. Look, so much aggression. Let me guess, y'all gonna call this passion. Because this is what y'all do. Just last night, y'all was trying to trash Caitlyn because she was upset and spoke her mind to the refs as she should have. Because the ref continued to not give her calls that we can clearly see are calls. But I guess when Angel Wilson does it, it's fine.
The situation has created a level of tension that could become impossible to ignore. When you combine a major leadership decision with an already highly discussed player dynamic, the pressure increases immediately. Unlike a normal matchup where opponents can simply walk away after the final whistle, this All-Star event puts everyone together on the same team. Sharing a locker room, strategy sessions, and the spotlight could create one of the most talked about weekends in recent WNBA history.
Business, and then they dropped this crappy hit piece on Caitlin Clark, attacking the fans, and trying to diminish her accomplishments. That's why I'm not a big fan of Time Magazine picking A'ja Wilson for Athlete of the Year. I think this was pre-planned because they're saying a lot of crap about Caitlin Clark, her accomplishments. To me, the articles about Caitlin Clark has nothing to do with A'ja Wilson, and all it does, it reveals A'ja Wilson's character.
This discussion did not appear overnight. For months, the rise of Caitlin Clark has changed the way fans, media, and the league itself view the WNBA. Some longtime stars have spoken about making sure the history of the league and the contributions of previous generations are still recognized. At the same time, Clark's popularity has brought millions of new eyes to women's basketball. The challenge now is finding a balance between honoring the past and embracing this new era.
And I've come to know Caitlin really well. She's an incredible player and also an incredible person. And she wants to focus on being the best player she can. And she's become a bit of a political football in this country. And I think it's incredibly unfair to her. I don't think that issue is ultimately about officiating. It's sort of, it's become political ping pong with her. And she's a young woman who's trying to improve her game, focus on being the best player as she can. And I don't even think it's fair to her that this has become a separate...
The attention around Caitlin Clark has reached a level far beyond a typical basketball storyline. League officials have acknowledged that her impact extends beyond statistics and game results. She represents a major moment for the growth of women's sports and has become a symbol of the league's expanding popularity. The challenge for everyone involved is managing that attention while continuing to focus on competition, respect, and the future of the WNBA.
Congratulations, Captain Caitlin. Good luck in the upcoming All-Star game. Go! Congratulations, Captain Caitlin. Good luck in the upcoming All-Star game. Go!
Since the captaincy rumors began circulating, fans have been divided into different camps. Some believe Clark's influence on ticket sales, merchandise, and television numbers makes her the obvious choice for a major showcase event. Others argue that veteran players deserve recognition for everything they have built over the years. Both sides have strong opinions, which is why this debate has become one of the biggest conversations heading into All-Star Weekend.
The face of the league, the upcoming best player in the league, man, Caitlin Clark. Then we got Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, what the 3 Indiana Fever starters. Okay. Then we got Old Miles, and then we got Natasha Howard. Then we got Paige Beckers. Then we got Big Jess. Yeah, Jess Shepard. Yeah. Then we got Gabby Williams and we got A'ja Wilson. And man, I'm not gonna lie, man, this is year 3 for us in the league, but also year 3 of all-star, man. Too many can't say that they've been an all-star every year that they played. Too many people can't.
This year's All-Star selection process has made the spotlight even brighter than usual. With the WNBA celebrating its 30th season, the teams were created through a special televised event featuring legendary figures from the league's history. That means every decision, from player selections to leadership roles, will receive intense attention. There is no way to quietly make a major choice without fans and media reacting instantly. Every move will be analyzed the moment it happens.
It's just cute. Like, I don't know if she's ever like maybe surprised by what she does, but like even that three, I think she was like almost probably a little surprised that it went in. It was just one of those plays where it's like, dang, like it's one of those nights where you're really feeling it, you're really in the zone, and to finish through contact, that was pretty fun. And I actually had probably the best view of it because I was kind of trailing right behind her, so it was pretty cool, and obviously got the crowd.
Inside Indiana, Caitlin Clark's teammates have watched this entire situation develop while staying focused on basketball. Instead of getting involved in outside conversations, they have continued to support each other on the court and let their performances speak. During the Seattle matchup, Kelsey Mitchell delivered a huge scoring night, while Clark also dominated, showing why opponents continue to adjust their entire defensive strategy around stopping her. For coaches, decisions are often about winning and creating the strongest possible team.
This one of the reasons why they hate Caitlin. Watch her lock them down. Watch her lock her down. Look, come here. I almost blocked it too. She ain't want to embarrass her like that. Look. And see, you supposed to rebound it and pass the ball. Come here. Here's another reason. You hear that? You hear the whole arena. That's another reason why they hate it.
The spotlight surrounding Caitlin Clark has created a completely new environment in the WNBA. Some veteran players have openly discussed how difficult it can be when one athlete receives such massive attention, but the conversation has continued to grow with every major Clark achievement. According to reports, Cheryl Reeve's decision is not about disrespecting anyone. It is about recognizing the player who currently brings unmatched excitement, viewers, and attention to the league. At the end of the day, All-Star events are built around showcasing the biggest moments and biggest stars.
Disgusting. So I'm glad that Chelsea had an opportunity to speak up and had an opportunity to show that what we've been going through and we're going to continue to go through until we have that conversation.
Yeah, what you go through is nothing special. What you go through is nothing special, nothing unique, nothing that needs to be addressed, nothing that a conversation needs to be had about. It's just a bunch of WNBA players crying because a bunch of people that they don't know are saying mean things and leaving nasty messages in their DMs that they have the right to ignore.
A'ja Wilson has made it clear that she plans to stay focused on her own career and continue competing at the highest level. Being one of the league's most successful players does not change because another athlete is receiving massive attention. However, the ongoing conversation around recognition and popularity continues to fuel debate among fans. In basketball, the ultimate answer is usually decided on the court, where performances matter more than outside noise. Caitlin Clark has chosen to let her game create the headlines.
That I don't really listen to, honestly, because I'm in season. I have other things that we need to worry about than what other people have to say. I have a scout. I have 11 other minds on my team and in my locker room that we got to make sure that we're on the same mindset. So I really can't give you the best answer on that because I really don't pay any attention to it. My goal is just to go out there and be the best that I can be for my teammates, both on and off the court, and we're going to go out there.
As the WNBA prepares to celebrate its 30th season in Chicago, all eyes will be on the All-Star event and the players sharing the spotlight. Clark and Wilson will be wearing the same uniform, representing a league that has grown through generations of talent. While outside discussions have created plenty of headlines, the weekend is ultimately about celebrating women's basketball and its incredible progress. Every interaction between these stars will be watched closely because the attention surrounding them is bigger than ever.
I hope she and everybody else in the WNBA write Caitlin Clark a check with interest. I really, really hope they do, because y'all can all thank Caitlin Clark for the ability to be able to start actually making upwards of millions of dollars by putting a ball through a net, when the WNBA is one of the only businesses in sports history where you have lost money every single year, and then y'all players came together and demanded you make more money. It is a historic day for the WNBA because y'all can lose money, y'all can be put in the red, y'all can have an actual other sports team in the NBA subsidize you for your literal entire existence. and then y'all turn around as players and say, pay us what you owe us, y'all need to thank Caitlin Clark. Y'all need to put that chick on retainer.
What happens during All-Star Weekend? Caitlin Clark is expected to continue doing what she does best, competing and producing on the basketball court. Defenses will continue trying to slow her down, but she has consistently found ways to create opportunities for herself and her teammates. Her historic performances are not simply moments of luck. They represent the impact she has made in the league. In the end, basketball games are decided by results, and the numbers on the scoreboard tell the final story.